How many, you are delivering food even today, right?
Yeah, we're doing that.
Yeah, because I see them going up and down the street on their bikes, and you really are part of the front line, and congratulations that you're doing this, because it keeps people at home and really helps prevent the spread of this terrible virus. But what are the steps you're taking to protect these frontline workers? I mean, you are as much frontline as anybody else.
I agree, Pranoy. In fact, they are the real heroes, right? Who are out there right now, making sure we still serve the needy. Why we have to be very careful about it. I would say that even the restaurant industry has come forward very nicely to make sure that the paramount importance is to make sure the food is safe when it actually gets to the consumer.
Right.
And there are multiple steps that we have taken and the restaurants are taking to make sure that happens. One, of course, we've actually launched contactless delivery. So there is no human contact in a delivery. The rider could actually just leave the food at a location outside the home, and then, of course, an image is sent to the user and they can pick it up. We are also working with the restaurant to set up sanitization stations and also doing like temperature checks. Hygiene has always been very important for us. We've also started something called a self-regulation, where restaurants can self-declare the best practices that they're following. They have the sanitization practices that they're following, and they can actually show to users. So on our app, you can actually find which are the restaurants which are actually using that practices, and be safer for you to consume that food. So we're doing that as well.
Wow.
Even our delivery partners do a self-declaration every morning in terms of the basic practices that they have to follow. And only once they actually declare that and send some proof for that, they actually get onto the ground to do that. So we're doing all these steps that we can to make sure the food that gets to the user is safe. And of course, I think taking all the steps that we can to make sure our delivery partners are safe in these conditions. So they've been provided with masks and all the protective equipment and everything to be able to do this.
Wonderful to see that, actually, and many, many congratulations for being at the front line and not shying away and actually carrying on your work. It is inspiring seeing your people zooming up and down the streets in front of us.
और ये मैं बता दूं कि मैं भी ऑर्डर करती हूँ जोमेटो से, लेकिन जो आपने बहुत ज़्यादा नहीं वो जानते हैं क्योंकि वो देखते हैं, लेकिन गौरव, आपने ये अश्योरेंस सबको दे दी कि खाना एकदम सेफ है, आप इसको इंश्योर करते हैं, लेकिन कई जो रेस्टोरेंट ओनर्स हैं उनका कहना है कि उनका बिजनेस बहुत इफेक्ट हो रहा है. ऐसे में जोमेटो कैसे मदद कर सकता है उन स्मॉल बिजनेसेस को अपने इस टाइम पर भी अपने बिजनेसेस को कुछ थोड़ा सा सबल रखने के लिए?
Absolutely. In fact, as I said, we should think about us as a platform and see what all can we do. And I think that should be the mindset for everyone. So what we've done is we've done a few things to help out the needy. One, as I was talking about, our Feed the Daily Wager initiative, because the daily wages are the most impacted. And if you look at it, a lot of restaurant staff will also be part of that. But there we are distributing ration kits to these folks, not just giving a meal or two. Each of these ration kits can support a family of 5 for a week. We have distributed 1 lakh kits right now, and the response has been so good that inspired us to do more and more. And we plan to actually almost distribution 1 million kits, ration kits to people. That's one of the initiatives we've done. The second thing we've done to specifically support restaurant workers is we've actually started a Zomato Gold Support Fund. So users can buy a Zomato Gold membership, and all that proceeds for the month of April will go in supporting restaurant staff for restaurants which are completely shut. And just to encourage more and more users, we're actually giving them a 2-year membership rather than a 1-year membership. So that more and more people come forward and actually donate for this cause. In fact, we've also done a few initiatives around restaurants. So this times dining out is completely almost has come to a standstill. But we are trying to make sure more and more restaurants are enabled for delivery, because that is the one way they can continue business.
Right.
In fact, not just in India, in international markets, we've enabled takeaway as a service overnight for a lot of restaurants in Australia and some of the other markets.
Right. Gaurav
so
Gupta,
that there is some business continuity. Yeah.
Gaurav Gupta, many congratulations, and I hope this goes from strength to strength. And we recognize you as also a frontline worker. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Pranay. I appreciate that.